Hey, Jerry. Just so letting you
Morning,
know.
man.
Okay, there we go.
I just now noticed it's muted. Looks like we just get a pop this morning. How's everybody doing?
Good. Also looking at Cat
Okay.
today. I think Tech gets a bounce today.
Ooh, cat. That's fortunate. You think Tech gets a bump or something?
Oh, I was just thinking Cat for infrastructure, and because of the CPI numbers, I think Tech might get a push today. I just don't know which tickers yet,
Yeah.
but
I really like Cat.
Somebody's talking about that right now. You know, Israel, I was looking through all the NASDAQ 100 stocks, and you're basically seeing nothing really happen on those tech stocks.
Oh,
In
really?
terms of popping up. Yeah, even though you're seeing everything run, I looked at all those tickers. They're barely up.
DE can go straight to 386 this morning. So DE looks better than Cat. It's consolidating right here at 378.84. If it breaks that this morning, if it breaks 379, it's gonna be long instantly. DE.
The best infrastructure play to play is URI.
Never heard of that one. Thank you.
That's United Rentals. They're the ones that gonna rent out all the stuff across the United States. They'll be using that.
Oh,
Yeah, DE breaks 379. It's gonna be long this morning. Nasty. Roku drop down, kind of pick up, probably tank right here open for that gap. Roku's dying. And Roku's weekly target's 367. Actually, it's 364, 362. Coming down that big green candle right here on the weekly. So Roku PNG down. Roku under 379 will be short, targets 375, and then 360, 365. Daily on it. Etsy. Roku's looking like crap. All right, looks like Etsy here is making lower highs. Pre-market try to bump here, but you see right here it's flagging down. And it's picking up this morning. I bet it's gonna bump up, and Etsy's gonna be long if it crosses 190.37. The higher time frames, made a higher low on the week. Should start to come back up. It breaks that level. You can see 193, 203. It's coming up. It expanded the range on a 4-hour, kind of break back up. Got two pullbacks to the upside. All right. Etsy breaks 190, 50, 91 is one on the wall. Let's look at shop. Shop had pretty good sell off yesterday. You're shopping sideways. Shooter, Amazon. Amazon gapped up. Amazon can fill that gap pretty quick this morning too. was
I'm also looking at coin over 282.
Jerry, UPST Upstart is
Uh-huh.
a big pop.
Now UPST double bottom yesterday on the 60 or the 15. Maybe here support, huh? Let's take a look at it. Oh gosh. I like that. Damn. See what that gets at 168. Right here. Oh shit. It could run this morning to 181, then 191. Definitely want to keep an eye on UPST. It's kind of consolidating right here. It made a new high pre-market. The level on UPST breaks 168.50. Could be long. We could see this thing gap fill too. It could, yeah, it might fill this gap. So usually on gap ups, they fill about 50%. So. It's got a big red candle to come up though. Oh shit, it came right up to the top of the body on that red candle. Isn't that crazy? There's something. Dirty dog. Guess that made a big run this morning. Consolidate right near the top. Break 715. We can see a couple dollar pop. More than likely, it's going to push up and then come right back down. It's a really, really tight consolidation. The key level for Tesla now is 727. We need to break out before we see the next leg up. So could, all right. Tesla below 712.50. It's going to be short for gap fill. And then above 715 is long. Target's only a couple dollars away.
Jerry, don't you not take you don't take Tesla till it breaks the prior high of the day, right?
I would take it when it broke the market high because it had a big push.
Market high, not the prior high of the day.
You could. Well, look, it popped up pre-market here. Now it's consolidating sideways up at the top 25% of that candle range. More than likely, it's going to drop down as soon as it opens. Could fill that gap and pop back up. I would take it soon across 715.08, 715.20. Yeah, and it probably goes to 616 before coming right back down. Yeah, I wouldn't hesitate to take it right there. It's safer to take Tesla when it breaks yesterday's high. 100%. 100%. But that would be target. Just a quick scout. More. What we got going on here? Let's look at Novak and Mona. Novak's inside this morning. Trying to come back up. What does it look like on the data? A couple big shooters here. Right here as it expands, comes back through. It made a lower high here. Donkey came down pretty hard yesterday, gapped up this morning. Shooter on the week. Expanded range here, trying to come back down. The Donkey's gonna be to come back down as well. Fixing to go. Everybody knows the rules. Amazon gapped up this morning. BA sit right on the pivot, coming down. DE, the one we need to keep an eye on. DE. DE's the strongest one. Just come back down, fill that gap. The BA trying to come back down. D crosses 378 coming long. Shot come back down. Amazon short for gap fill. Amazon short for gap fill. Video coming on down here. Dalky's just sitting there. BA's doing nothing. Crowd's red trying to come down. Oh shit, Roku's trying to go short. DE's long. Roku breaks 374, it's short. DE's long here, guys. DE's target is that big red will kind of pop up. 384 is first target DE. Video puke. Die, girl, die. Oh, that's coming up pretty strong. Shall come back down. Amazon. Yeah. SQ trying to come up.
Coin here. Worth watching.
Push that pretty good. $7. Damn. Coin's weekly target's 302. That pushing. Breaks 289.32. It's long. HD ripping. Shit. Lulu's coming back up. Costco hammer. D's pulling back. A lot of volatility. HD ripping. HD's gonna see 345 next. HD's gonna break out a 60 pivot here. HD's gonna be long over 336.30. Tested Doji. I'm on Doji. Point pulling back here. Let's go just like sitting there. Not doing nothing. Oh yeah, I have Walmart up here. Walmart did pretty good yesterday. Walmart's gonna be long over 150. Walmart wants to 153.66. Walmart's long.
Interesting.
Jerry, SPLK, it's the hottest NASDAQ stock. Spunk.
Walmart's long here, guys. Thank you very much. Walmart. Roku's retesting the 60, trying to go down here. The break and retest 60-minute pivot, trying to come down. Point could go short here. Roku's gonna be long when it crosses 374.30 to the downside. To break retest at 60. And the weekly target on it is gonna be 365. Coming down, boy. She break 374.30. Roku fixing to go short. Oh, I took money on my Amazon, but I got worried there for a second. Amazon filled that gap. Shop coming down. The video is short when it breaks this low here, guys. Love it. Thank you, love it. Die, the video die. Coin's fixing to go short here for gap fill. Roku short, guys. Roku is short. UPST trying to doji. We'll look for a 50% gap on coin here. Wayfair's fixing to go long here. Wayfair's gonna be long across 294.51. Shopify's coming on down. Can't scalp this thing. Want shop to break this pivot right here on a 5-minute. If it breaks through there, it's gonna be short. Target's gonna be the 60.
Mine is looking short too.
1507. With Mark, yeah. Roku dying here. Roku is short. Walmart, give me my money. Coin big doji. Walmart needs to break back to this 150.34 level. If it does, I'll add to it. Love to see that 153.66 today taking the month.
JPM's trying to come up.
The banks have been wonderful. Take a look at the video here. Got a big wick right here to touch this support. Prior pivot high. Level bottom 30. Get muscle break through here. Hopefully it does. It's going over on the higher time frames. Breaks through there, we can see 196 and then 191. We're running short here, guys. UPST trying to come back up. UPST gonna be long across is 172.20. SC trying to fill that gap. Airbnb dying here. Shop will be short and breaks pivot 15. Burn short here, guys. Ooh, shit. It's got a new low on our new lower high on Airbnb here that starts to die PMG style on the daily in the 4 hour. It's short when it crosses 145. Target to pivot 60. Come on, the video, puke. Puke. I say puke. There you go, girl. The video is short under 198.22 here. Add to it. I'm on it. The video is short here, guys. She died. In the video. Walmart. Your Walmart, boys and girls. Thank you very much, Walmart. Appreciate you. Thank you very much for the video. Thank you very much. It's time done. Good day, boys and girls. Love it when a plan comes together. Myrna, appreciate you. Walmart's still kicking ass here. I'll put our entry back into it. I'll look at our entry back in the video here too. And Tesla breaks low yesterday was short. Look at Walmart, how beautiful this thing is. And get a pull back on it, it'll take it long again. In the first 30 minutes, I'm not holding anything very long. If I can pull 50% out of something, I'll do it. Tesla's gonna be short here when it crosses the lows. Even D's kicking ass.
Jerry, look at Riot.
Right. Tesla's gonna be short and across is 708.22. Yeah. Hang on a second. D needs to hold this 378.20 level. Does it keep on going? D looks really good. It's got a better chart than CAT. Walmart's fixing to break 151 here. Murder short, add to it here. The video is coming up, retesting the pivot low and downside. Amazon short. Amazon short. OCGN short. Amazon short here. We're going to target this big green candle around 160. Shopify short right this second. Shop is short. Don't hang on long. DE, thank you very much. I love you so much. At a shop, at a shop. DE's kicking ass and taking names. DE target on this thing is 385.10. $6 away. Give my money, DE. Give my money, DE. Be careful in Myrna here. Novak's starting to go inside up. Probably gonna take Myrna back up with it. Be careful. Never stay in these things long in the first 30 minutes. You'll get hurt. Thank you very much, DE. Look at that. Pump, pump, pump.
No reason to get out, right?
No reason to stay in. DA, you kicked me out, you cocksucker. That's all right, though. I'll be up 60% in a few seconds. DE ran me over. Sometimes I'll call it running me over. I'll set my bid, I'll set a win on the very top of the ass, and sometimes they spike and just kick you out. It's all right, though. It's all good. Yeah, I like DE's chart a little bit better than Cat. Let's see Cat probably pushing too. Yeah, it sure is. DE's just got a beautiful upper time frame. HD breaks 336.85 is me long here. And Roku's fixing to go short or add to it here. The video came down, broke is break or retesting 15-minute pivot to the downside here. Roku's gonna be short across the 372.99. Big A's long. B8 is long. B8's breaking through daily 4-hour pivot here. Target
Wells Fargo.
Wells Fargo.
WFC.
It's on my Bob list right here. So I know it's got a beautiful time frame on it. 5007, a little extended right here, but dude, it's coming right. You know where it's gonna go? 54.75. It's a break retest of the weekly. So it's retesting prior support or resistance. I think about that. Needs a small pullback here for that next leg up. Novak's coming up. Of course, Myrna's gonna follow it. If you're long Myrna, be careful. UPS is having a hard time to break through here. CLF is on the Bob scan. Beautiful time frame. That's a 212 right here on the weekly measured move. Breaks 26.50. CLF's gonna be long. Coin inside, trying to come up. Big wicks. Needs to break 290. Wayfair. Out of Amazon here. HD's long. Wayfair is going to go long when it crosses 298. HD is long right now. Keep on Novak's here. It's down on the higher time frame. Just push HD long, add to it. Novak's right here on the 15 pivot.
Oh, We lost your screen.
Sorry. You see it? Okay.
Yeah, it's coming. Yep.
NVIDIA, man. NVIDIA's retesting that 15 pivot. Breaks back through there and go back up. Two back up. Right on the 15, we see it break, retest this right here. Right now, if it breaks 198.50, it's gonna be long. It's gonna be long right this second. The only problem is the target's only $1 away. I'd love for it to retest this 198 range and go lower. I want this thing to die today, but they don't have to. We'll take it either way. Lulu's fishing to go long. And UPST's really trying to go long again. Lulu's trying to break this pivot 15er. HD's just not stopping. Lulu said break up, pull back right here. Could take profits. It bounced off prior support resistance. Now it breaks 411.25. So I'm gonna be long. First time is 411.67, but it really can come up to 415 on that. There's NVIDIA's long for 2 back up. And HD. Not stopping. Nobody's trying to go long. There's Lulu long right now. Lulu long. That's $1 move in just a half a second. That's one reason I don't hesitate to take a market order in these things. So let me show you. Lulu's really beautiful on the higher time frames here. We see it pick up, pulls back on that candle, comes back up, pulls back on that candle, 2-2's back up. It went long when it crossed this candle right here. All right. Wow, here's the wave right here. That's the wave I'm always showing. We take our inches on lower time frame here. The higher time are inches right here. All right. Entry when it crossed that candle right there. Extremely bullish on the higher time frame. We had a pullback on the higher time frames here. It's got one direction going. That's back up. First order gonna be 415.34. And look at it. Look at the higher time frames. They're buying the shit out of it. Anytime we get a pullback on this thing, they're buying the dip. The video's long right here. I don't think it's going to go up all day, so just keep that in mind. 14 o'clock, anything can happen. And keep an eye on Costco too. I want to show you cost as it go on. So the video is long. Let me show you signal on this thing. It don't mean it can keep going up. The problem is there's not. The target's not very far away, so it comes down, it retests, it breaks, right? First target's gonna be here. It went long when it crossed the pivot here. First target's just wick, second target body, wick, and then ultimately pivot. It's coming down the higher time frames. It don't mean we can't take it long. It's just gonna be a quick scalp, so is all it's gonna be. Right? All it's gonna be. Especially on what that's biased to the downside. Murner just went short again. Keep an eye on Roku here. I still think it's kind of cute. Amazon got a big red candle come back up, so we want to keep an eye on that. Amazon's long right now. Now again, let me show you where it went here. It came down, it wicked out on this candle here, it pulled right back up. It's above the pivot, right? So it's long, went across this candle wick here, target's here. All right. Now, I'm not going to stay in it the whole damn way. I just want to catch the top of the spread. That's all I'm going to do. And also, let's pull this up real quick. Let's clear this. I want to show you something that just happened. That wickers are entry, and you can see when it came back and retested here. So it broke above it, retested the level here. It's holding support currently. Just failed to it. Anyway, stops is right here on top of the body, minus 10 cents.
What do you think of AMD over 110?
AMD. AMD. UPST coming all the way back down. UPST breaks low today. It's gonna be short. AMD. See that 1 to 9. Starting to wick just a little bit. It's current. This could be a pullback to the downside here, boy. That don't mean it can't go up for the day. But if you look on the daily, it's coming down, and it could be a. It's right here. This move up today could be a pullback to the downside. Just be careful with it. I would, yeah, definitely wait till it cross at least 109.70. That'd be plenty. It's a smaller ticker, you know, 10 or 20 cent moves a pretty good size move for this thing.
Wells
Thanks.
Fargo's given that TTO, how far back do you think, Jerry, before you?
I cut it 50% this candle if you're long. 49.80, 49.70, I've cut it.
I'm not in it right yet. I was looking for an entry.
Yeah, just wait. If it starts
You
to
need to-
2-2 back up, I would wait till
Okay.
it cross 50.08.
Gotcha.
And I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll put it on my screen so we can so I keep an eye on it for you.
Jerry, the entry on Tesla long is 709.50, and then short is like
Low of the day.
707.
Yeah, so short Tesla's low of the day. I'll pull it up for you. Let's look at the bias on that thing on the higher time frame. Really tight range. So it's so tight. You can scalp this thing, but you're not going to get any kind of big move out of this thing. Tesla's short under 706.50. The only problem is target's $1 away. But also it's a break in and retest of the pivot on the 5-minute here, so it's showing a short bias. So it's coming down. It's retesting the area here twice, trying to come down. If it crosses this candle here, you can take it early with the target being here, but it could come down right here and double bottom and bounce back up. Right now, it's chopping sideways right here. It's chopping. It's also wedging. The good thing is it's retesting this area and trying to come back down. But safer entry is when it crosses here. You could take short when it crosses this level here, but it's always short when it breaks the low. So if you want to be risky, you can take it when it crosses 707.10. For safer entries when it crosses 706.40.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
HD, shit. Walmart's still going here. Walmart. HD's long again, or add to it. DE's just nuts. Stop.
What'd you say? that
Walmart breaks
target was in
151. Walmart, what's that? Walmart breaks 151.06 is long. Target's 153.66. I put that on my screen last night. I sat here looking. DE's still pumping. DE's next target needs to break at 380.51. It's wanting to see this big red candle right here. So let me show you. So not only is the higher time frames on this thing, the month and the week beautiful, the 2-2's back up on the month, but the daily, let me show you what I see on the daily. This makes it so pretty. Ta-da. Right now it's coming up this big red candle right here. And we love big red candles and green candles because price can quickly come up it.
Yeah, I have that ADR thing at 380.80. So I'm looking to get back in over that.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever works.
Yeah.
Whatever works. Just don't let it create bias.
Yeah, I use them both.
Yeah, there's a few people use them. They use, you know, you got to use whatever works for you because we all got different personalities and trading styles, and you know, whatever builds confidence, that's what we use. I use a lot of stuff. As I got progression stuff like that, I started taking it off. Roku's short under 372.58 here. There's a small pullback to downside right here. The pullback up, down. As soon as it crosses the low of the day, it's short, guys. Okay. OCG against dying. Roku. Oh shit, Amazon's supposed to go short again here. I'm gonna learn on Chewy. See what that thing's doing. Oh, what the hell, she's moving what she's doing.
Jerry, Amazon's at Anchor VWAP. Be careful on daily.
Nice. Chewy's breaking flat top breakout on the daily. Need some kind of pullback to hop in this thing. Thank you, Corey. I appreciate that. Chewy's gonna be long, but we need some kind of pullback to hop in it. If you look on the daily, there's a flat top right here, right there. You can see on a 4 hour. Some of these flat tops, they don't have to be marked by a pivot. On the monthly right here, you see 2-2 coming right back up. Target on this thing, the monthly target's 106.44. Weekly target, big red candle, 103.92. See that big ass red candle on the weekly here? That's what we're coming through right now. There's nothing to stop it from shooting straight to the moon. The video's fixing to go longer, add to it here. The video's gonna be long right now. Target's $200. No, on DE, I usually don't on any ticker really in the first thing in the morning. I don't really. I take profits pretty quickly. Yeah, before 10 o'clock. After 10 o'clock now, I'm looking to hold something a little bit longer. That's a chopping coin trying to come back down, 2-2 down. Because it's like they flip a switch after 10. It's really fucking weird. Etsy's trying to break the 60 pivot here. So keep an eye on Etsy. If it breaks it, you can see a nice big top right here. It's a flat top break on the 60. Etsy's long right now. Target's gonna be 190.20. If it breaks 190.20, this thing could really go. There is a gap right above here, 192.76. If it breaks 190. It's long right now. Etsy's long target 190.20. We'll break 190.20. We'll see 192. 192 brings fat gap fill here. 199. Let's see if she wants to do it.
Keep
today.
your eye on Tesla. It broke the 5 minute. It's between that and the VWAP right now.
Yes. Oh yeah. Tesla breaks 1711 is long. It's coming up a big red candle right here on the 15 too. Yeah. So it's long right now. Nvidia's long too. We're gonna target high of the day. Etsy's coming up to that pivot. Dang, if it breaks a 60 pivot, it's just gonna rip. DE, look at that. This is why I don't like to hold anything through 10 o'clock. I don't like doing it. Look at that shit. All right, there is support right here on the pivot. It could take and bounce off that. If it starts to bounce and 2-2 back up, we'll look at taking this thing long back to 380.51. All right, so we're gonna bounce right here, support 377.30. So I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roll, I'm gonna put a work right on the top of this 378.20. And that way, if it's a break and a retest, I want to know about it. I want to know about it quickly too. Etsy, push. Oh shit, SQ coming up here pretty fast. SQSC 2 up. Lulu's having a hard time breaking. Costco's really trying to break right now. PayPal's 2 up, bounce off support. Get it. SQ, see it curling right here. It's 2 down, 2 up, bounce off support. So it's a break retest, pushing right back up to PMG. First target 283 if it wants to break. Need to wait till it breaks the high of the day, 281.34. Test is long, it's almost the target. First target's the body on the 15. So first target on this thing is the body and then a wick. What a beautiful day. Oh, Nancy, push, girl, push. Push. I really want Essie to break this 60. I want to break right there. She breaks this right here, we'll see the wick. Breaks the wick, we'll see here. Novaks has rejected the high, making higher lows. Showing some weakness right there. It's a battle. Every time it came to that range right there, it rejected 3 different times. Let's take a look at Chewy. I bet you it's kicking fucking ass. It sure did. Look at there. Maybe $1.30. Since we alerted it. There's just no entry into it. That's the problem. When it broke that 60 there, it's when it went long, but there was never any entry. If it breaks 93.80, it's long, but the only problem is it's extended. Look at the volume on that thing, 400% less volume on the average on this average the candle. We need a decent pullback on this thing. Here we go. So let's mark the top here. So you always need a decent pullback to hop back in these things. Wells Fargo's finding some. It's showing some weakness up here near the top. Still looking at it. So at the top here, there's only people taking profits. That's why we get these pullbacks. Just profit taking. Come on, there you go. UPST is going to try to go again. Let's see if it breaks this time. You see UPST, it's wedging. It's a flat top breakout trying to happen here. It needs to cross 172.10. And if we look at it, it looks like this. There's a flat top here, and it's wedging here. So it's making higher lows and showing us a bullish sign. Amazon's trying to go short here. You can break low of the day. You see right here on the 30 and the 15, it's a break and a retest. Trying to go short. A lot of support right there, though. If it breaks short, target's gonna be 32.91. About 20 bucks away. Amazon short right this second. Amazon, go, go, go. Kick me out, Amazon. Patience is virtue. D came all the way back down a pivot on the 15, trying to reject off of it just a hair. UPST is now making lower lows on the 15, or lower highs, sorry. Making higher lows, lower highs. Ooh, shit, shops too. Keep me out of Amazon real quick. And the shop is a break retest of the pivot on the 15. It's short right this second. PMG target is 15.15. Wells Fargo's trying to go long again. It's not long until it breaks the high though. So, well, you could take it long right now. The target is 50.22, which is only like 10 cents away, but it's long. The problem is it could retest. It could be a double top and you come right back down. Your safer entry is when it breaks 50.22. There's a lot of choppy chop going on, guys. So on the Bob scan here, so what we got. Cisco filled that gap. It could try to curl back up. Time frames. Well, it's going to stay up on a month and a week. Every time it pulls back on the week, that's what they're buying it back up. Wells Fargo. Close. Again, you could take that long. It's only 20 cents. Target's always going to be that high. Microsoft short right now for gap fill. Target 286.46. It's only $1 away. Probably hit that bounce and come back up. Come on, Amazon, kick me out, bro. Shop short.
Jerry, you know what happened with space?
It's gonna crash and burn.
It's already crashed. and
There we go.
burned.
I called it. If anybody but believes that Bezos went to space, they probably need a damn head examined. That guy didn't got enough space. You think that guy's a billionaire, trillionaire, whatever, is going to strap himself to a $1 million bomb and go to space? That guy didn't get no space. And then he went right after the other guy. Plus, you know, with somebody that much technology, they'd have cameras on the outside, the inside, the outside on their wrists, on their heads, and inside their eyeballs. That whole thing would have been filmed if he'd actually went up to space. Space gonna be short on 2762. That guy didn't go over there. Plus, you know, there's like 3 to 4 G's when you lift off. There's automatically 3 to 4 G's that you're feeling, and you know, if you could even handle that. Space is
This
short right
thing's
here.
got a lot of air under it.
It's short right now. So I had to pull back right there. It went short under the spring candle 27.51. The video's trying to go short again. Amazon kicked me out. Damn it. Kicked me out. Coin's trying to go long 2-2 up. It needs to break 290.50. Wells Fargo rejected at the top, so it probably ain't gonna make it today. Crowd trying to go short under low of the day. Roku's gonna go short under 372.58. So I got stomped out of Amazon. I had to lower my standards, but still got out with some green. So a little bit of weakness out there at the bottom. Yeah, still pulled 15%. I'll take it. Coin went long. Coin was a gap up this morning, and on these gap ups, all you gotta do is sit back and wait. Gap up, they gap up for a reason. All right, they feel about 50%. All right, this thing took off. It opened, came right back down. If you weren't quick, you got burnt. It filled this gap just a little bit, not roughly 50%, but you know, it chops around this range right here, and it really goes along here. You want to get about 10 or 20 cents above it. But it's making its way back up, making higher lows, and it's making higher highs.
How about coin to 300 today?
Let's see. To break retest to 60. Target's 308 this week. Yeah, it's got a big ass candle. L could easily see 300. First target is 303, then 306. There's nothing in the world to stop it from going straight to 303, 306.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Yes, sir. HD's gonna be long across the 383. Crowd coming down here. Coin is long here. It's a channel going up. Novak's is fixing to go long here. Flat top breakout 15. Novak's. There's a divergence going on. I'm at a shop here. I'm not going to chance it. Let me show you target on shop right quick. Novak's breaks out 245.20 is long. Target on shop right here. It's the easy play. It's a PMG down 5 minute. It makes them very, the plays are very likely to go through. So right here, it went short when it crossed right here. And I actually took it right in here. So I actually took shop right in this area here. It had these stops right here to take out. The body, wicks. Target was right here, but it could still get there. I don't give a shit. I just want a small piece of pie. I'm not pretty. I want a small piece of it. So I went long here. Actually, right there. Target's here. Whenever you get a bunch of stops stacked in there, a lot of times we'll go at least 2 here. But target's always going to be the longest channel group, and then pivot. Love me some shop. Coin is long here, guys. Novak's is long. Let's look at Novak's right quick as it just goes long here. You know, even a consolidation on a 5 minute, 15 minute, longer something chopped sideways, the bigger the break. So Novak's breaks out, and guess what? It popped $4.50 in about 10 seconds. All right. So right here, it's chopping this range right here. It's a wedge that's making higher lows. Anytime you see something higher lows and it's kind of flat topping, it's very bullish. It's a bull flag. All right. Higher lows is key. You want to see higher lows. And it starts to come to this range. It needs a lot of strength to break through that. Right now, stop is right here on top of this pivot minus 20 cents or 50% of the candle. Now what we want to say is we want to see this thing pull back and then shoot up. If it crosses 250 or 249.60, be long again. I'd be taking my damn profit stuff. Shop's almost to that target there. Coin's still ripping. After 10 o'clock, the moves get a little bit smoother. HD's long right now. Flat top breakout, just like Novak.
Take a,
Go. What's that?
I was saying, take a look at Etsy.
Yeah, she going, my guy. Coin kicking ass here, flat top breakout, making higher lows, wedging. It just moved $4 since that entry, guys. Novak's on the 15 there, trying to break and retest it. I would take profits. I'd put a stop on it. I can't tell you what to do with your own money, but after a $5 move, I wouldn't get back a penny. I'd rather hop back in on a pullback. Etsy trying to break right here. All right, next target on Etsy is going to be this wick right here. 192, 193, and then gap fill. GG. Point long or add to it. Anytime you get a pullback, guys, you can add to it when it breaks the high. Etsy, go. Go, go, go. It's 10:22. We're roughly 7 minutes in this candle. Volume is increasing on Etsy. Be right if we get a break and a retest this level here. Come back down.
Come on, Etsy, go, go, go.
Oh, she good. She's definitely good. We're seeing some spikes come in on level 2. See what they want there here. Yeah, as you can see 192 here, boys and girls. Oh, fuck. I set my limit too close. I got kicked out on Etsy. I'll have to get back in there. Oh, shit. What a fucking spike. Dude, if I can pull an extra $70 a contract, I will do it any day of the week. You watch level 2 there, you would have seen a huge spike come in. They snuck it in. And, well, I got in a few pennies before it, and it kicked me out. Etsy's target's 192 first, and then gap fill. Now I gotta look for another way back in it. Son of a bitch. Damn. Still make good money on it, but I want to take the whole ride up. Stay in, there's no reason to get out if you're an Etsy. I caught a nice spike there, but damn. I'm gonna wait on a pullback to get in it. This thing can shoot straight to 190, 193. So. See that volume ramping up on the 15-minute. Here's a pullback on it. A little extended right now. It don't matter. You need any kind of pullback to hop in it. It's pulling back right now in the 1 minute. So if you see a solid candle on the 5 minute, pull back any. On the 1 minute, it's a pullback. It's long right now. Okay. Etsy's long on that small pullback. It don't take much. You just need something to get in it. Target 193, then gap fill 199. $10 move coming up. Get the right place at the right time. Go, Etsy, go. Go, go, go. Novak just broke pivot 15. It retested and pushed up again. So Novak is long. Anytime it pulls back and goes long again, or breaks a high, it's long or add to it. Right now. Here's a pivot it's retesting right here. Let's pull it up right quick. I'm looking at the 15-minute chart. Here's that pivot comes from here. You can actually see price expanded through it as that one wick down. For us, as that wick right there, it's in trouble. On the 15, it looked like it went in and then solid green there, and it was solid green for a second. So for my signals, I'm looking at the 15-minute chart. Right now, it is holding support still in the pivot. Etsy, you son of a bitch. I love you. 193, almost a target there. Actual target is 193.40, but 193 is good enough, right? Don't be greedy with these things. Just do a pullback here. It's extended. Yeah. Like taking candy from a baby. Shot broke at flat top and ran $4. Coin broke at flat top, ran $4. Etsy broke flat top and ran $3. And I actually got an Etsy a little bit early. Yeah. So I took Etsy. Let me show you. Right here. Right there. Why did I take it there? It's come up, pulled back, held this prior high here, support, pushed up, soon it crossed this candle wick right here, it went long. With the target being the pivot, but you know, I had pretty good confidence it would break at least the pivot, and it chopped around for a little bit and then went long. Actually, no, I think I took it. I think I might have took it here. Because it chopped a little bit first. Yeah, I took it right here. Yeah. So I took Etsy when it broke right here. Because it chopped a little bit. It came up. It retested this level here. Let me clear this garbage out of the way. So I took Etsy when it crossed high of the day on that pullback because it pulled back here and pushed up. Etsy came up, pulled back right there, tested this level twice, those wicks, and it finally pushed through. I took it when it broke right here. All right, it did hit through there, rejected. But since we know price expands on these, all right, see the expansion right there? On minor support resistance level and on the pivots, they expand on both sides. I stayed in it, and it ain't worked. Let's go to 5 minute here. Let's do 5 minute. Right now, if you're in it, your stop's at 191.45. All right, where do we get the stop at? Well, right here, here's how we come up with the stop on this thing. The bottom of this wick right here, it came back to that and stopped. Something caused it to stop right there, right? So there's support right there. Right below the candle. So you want to give it 10 or 15 cents, even 20 cents below this candle wick right here as support. Right? So somebody probably wrote this big move up. Anytime something moves real big like that, there's gonna be a lot of profit taken. 10 cents below this is your stop. And you could have took it when it pulled back 50%. Or you could have took it when it came up to its first target, which is 193. There's so many different things you could do. Volume is increasing on it, so we could see it come right back up to 193. So, 1 minute until the flip. This candle is going to go, next one's going to open up inside. All we need is an inside break to the upside. Lulu's making lower highs, still holding support, kind of flagging out. It is making higher lows and lower highs, it's wedging. Walmart's doing a flat top, trying to flat top break, and HD's breaking a flat top right now. So longer price consolidation, a bigger break, and we have HD right now flat topping, fixing to break 338.55. If it does, it could pop up, you know, 50 cents a dollar really quickly. Novak's breaks 249.60, gonna be long, and Amazon is fixing to go short here. Bear flag. All right, look here. Amazon breaks 337.50, gonna be short. And target's gonna be pivot low, 60, 33.01. Martin might go short here, pull back to the downside. All right, so let's look at it. It's extending on the higher time frames. All right, so look here. It breaks, retest the pivot, goes short. Right, right now it's curling up. This could just be a pullback to the downside here. So if it crosses this candle here, short, target's gonna be the bottom, and then new lows. If it breaks this flat top here by 20 cents, it's long, target's gonna be the body and the wick. All right, but it could be doing this, pull back to the downside. So keep an eye on Etsy here. Etsy might go short here if it crosses below 191.56, targets 190, 190.20 as it comes back and retests. So let me show you. Etsy crosses below this 20 cents. Guess what? It's coming up. Big wick down. Another shooter down. Targets here. It could break here and retest. All right. If it don't break this by 20 cents, it's not. There's no entry. There's no signal. Amazon short right now. Amazon short. Give me, girl. Give me. Give me, girl. Give me. Playing video games. Amazon short, 212 down, Momo shooter down.
Could you take a look at AMD for the short side?
Mm-hmm. AMD. Amazon short here, guys. AMD is kind of wicking. I know that. Let me show you that quick. Right now, price is expanding to the downside here, into the upside on these pivots. Expand the bottom side here. It did wick out here. All right, and it failed 5 or 6 times. It's still in the channel. If it breaks below this candle's wick here by 20 cents, it's going to be short. Your first target is going to be this wick, and then it could PMG down to 106.31. First thing you really want to do is look at the higher time frame, kind of see what it's doing. So we talked about this morning. It could be a pullback to the downside. So let's clear this. Let's pull up the daily, and I'll show you what I'm talking about and say that. The last several days, it's been pushing down pretty good. We can see it pull back here and then go short. All right, we could take this short with a target being yesterday's low. All right, so we've got lower time frames to look for a reversal of trend and for confirmation. So it popped up this morning, pulls back, wicks out on this level. Really, what it's doing is chopping sideways. All right, we can play inside there if we're careful. All this is just a chop. It's just a chop. And you're right in the middle of it, and that's why it's not really doing nothing right now. I wouldn't take it until it crosses the low of this candle here by 10 or 20 cents. Well, 10 cents is plenty on this one. So 10 cents here will get you to here, and hopefully it'll pivot machine gun down to here. Right now, I wouldn't touch it. I wouldn't touch it. If it breaks these wicks here, you could possibly see here and here. But as long as you're really inside this, I wouldn't mess with it too much.
Okay, so the safest play would break the low of the day.
Yeah, the safest one. But it does go short under this candle by 10 cents too, though.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. So under 107.80, it's short. Target's going to be 107.22. Because even though this candle's got a big wick on it here, it's still one great big candle. So when it breaks the low of this right here, this candle here blocks all this shit over here. And then you got, you know, a bunch of stops to run right here. Yeah. Amazon, what you doing to me? She chopped last time and broke. So she flat topped here and broke. She flat topped here and she broke. She's flat topping here and she can break. Myrna's short, target low of the day, and then new lows. So let's bring up Myrna and just talk about it.
Travel fell apart. Totally fell apart.
Nice. So this thing comes down, pulls back up. Here's our wave right here. Up or down. Sometimes we'll take it here if there's enough range. Sometimes we'll take it here. So 2-2 back down. It's short right now. Targets are going to be wicks body, ultimately pivot low and new lows. All right, it looks like this. Ooh, don't look like that. It's just a wave. It looks like this right here. The video is going to go short if it breaks low of the day. Texas garbage as usual. Ooh, shit. CRWD trying to go short. CRWD breaks low of the day. It's short. Flat top breaks the downside. CRWD. Ooh, Sava's coming up. 2-2 up. Bottom target pivot again. And Etsy, kind of chopping there. So right now on crowd, we'll see us test this level here a bunch of different times. A bunch. Target's going to be 245.70 and then 240. Right here, it's making lower lows, lower highs on the way. Whatever J. If it breaks 246.90, it's short. It's short. It's making lower highs. What kind of load on this? We know about it. It's got a nice measured move on the 60 and the 30. So if it really breaks through here. What's going on here? Lulu just fell through. Lulu, we want to look for closer support here. It's a 409.73. Lulu breaks 409.70. It's gonna be short coming down this big, huge green candle. Target 406. All right, beautiful. All right, let's draw it up. All right, look here, price expansion on the pivot. Expands to the downside here. Lower lows. All right, came up, pulled back lower. There's 2 pullbacks to the downside there. Went short, went crosses right here. Target's gonna be body, wick, pivot. All right. So it looks like this. All right. As soon as it crosses that low, that wick there, it's short. And if you look on the 5 minutes, that's the strongest support, 409.53. It goes short right there. Amazon.
Zoom is dying.
Ooh, shit. 3-2 down. 60. Take a look. Roku short. Crowd short. Zoom short. Right this second. Zoom is short. Dude, this coming down at 343. Look at that. It made a lower low on the week right here, just by a penny. When I say a penny, I'm not meaning literally a penny. It's just, as long as it's lower by a penny, it's all that matters. Zoom short. It don't matter the actual number. What's important to know is it's lower than the previous high. And it doesn't matter if it's a penny. Crowd short. All you need to know is it's lower than the previous high. And there's a problem when that happens, because as soon as it starts to fail to make new highs, there's a problem. and you need to determine if it's a pullback or a reversal. It's reversal, better get the hell out. Take any kind of money you got left. CRWD. Look here, it broke back through, so it price expand on the weekly, trying to come back down. We're still short, target low today. Alrighty, TBO, what was that? TBO trying to come down. Let's see. TBIO breaks 37.67 to be long. I already know it's gonna have a beautiful higher time frame. Look at that beast move. The Bob scan is wonderful for looking for these A+ setups on the monthly week. I made that scan to find them because when I first started trading, I only picked time frames that had beautiful monthly weeklies. All right, which meant they were very, very easy to read. Gilead's breaking the month, or it's taking the 2-2 up month, and then it's breaking weekly consolidation, daily consolidation, 4-hour consolidation, and big candle on it. Moved $1.44. Whew, some beast move. That's not really a beast move, but it is for Gilead. Big candle on it though. Candles can be deceiving. That'd be a $6 candle on Etsy. Ooh shit, Etsy's trying to come back up. Etsy breaks high of the day. Guess what? That's long. Etsy 2-2 back up. Etsy is long right now. Target high of the day and the new highs, guys. Etsy is long. Let's see, volume ramp back up. Candle 100% average candle volume. Safer entries when it breaks a high of the day. Market's ugly. Sell a 2-2 back up, hit target. We need to keep an eye on DE here too. Because DE just hit bottom, and let me show you. This is exactly what wanted to happen. We talked about it this morning. It's stronger on the higher time frames, right? So guess what happened? Broke, retest, gone. All right. DE's long target 380.51. It's doing exactly what we said was going to happen.
What
your
about
safer
CAT?
entry, I'm not sure. When I look at it, DE's gonna be long when it crosses 379.30. I'll pull up CAT, probably doing the same exact thing. DE's got a beautiful time frame though on the higher time frames. Yeah, see it curling up on the week, curling up on the month. It's beautiful. So it's a break retest. The retest is right here on the 15 pivot, and it's coming up. They could break this candle's wick right here, 379.30. Okay. Cat's trying to do the same exact thing here. It found support right here at 215.90. So it bounced there twice, which is 50% of this candle here, which is right in line with fib levels. It's going to be long. Cat's going to be long when it crosses 217.80. And target's going to be high of the day, 217.80. High is going to be 219. So it's a 2-hour move.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And got to keep an eye on the Etsy too. DE is long. DE's long, target 380.51. Cat's probably gonna be long too. Amazon's slowly grinding down here. They buying that dip on DE. Beast mode again. It's got that big red candle coming up. Target's 386.50 daily. DE. And it's coming up a big red candle right here too on the 5 minute. These red candles, man, they're beautiful. These big candles are just money. Because they block everything that's over here. All right, remember that. Anything over here is just null and void. So it's like coming up through nothing. You can quickly push it through there. There's no resistance there to stop it. Plus, on the lower time frames, there's a bunch of small red candles. It's a lot of stops tied up. And I really want to keep an eye on Etsy here too. Etsy's flag and making higher lows, lower highs. It's a flag. Etsy's gonna be long when it crosses. It's safer when it crosses the high of the day. Without a doubt. Myrna's almost a target, which is low of the day. If it breaks low of the day, you can make new lows here. I really want to get a piece of Etsy before it breaks here. What would be nice if Etsy breaks that gap.
What do you think of AAL?
Etsy review. I gotta clear this. I got some contract on there. I need to clear my list. When they're moving slowly, I'll limit buy. Maybe I get close to current price. That way they're up instantly as well. Yeah, there goes Etsy. Could be a pullback to the downside. Let's the higher time frames. Inside month. Making lower lows highs, higher lows. It's wicking out on the daily here. So every time it came up to that 2140 level, it rejected off of it. Kind of ugly. Tell you what, if it breaks 2085, it's going to be short. Target's going to be 2075 and 2048. This could just be a pullback to the downside here. So let's set up. 2085 would be short.
I think CCL is going hand in hand with this one too.
If it breaks 2115, it's gonna be long. Right now, it's compounding inside bar. It's right smack dab in the center. If you look at the 60, you can see it. It's like a hammer right in the middle. Etsy, what are you doing? BH trying to come back up. UPS, a lot of stuff just flagging here. Wells Fargo just broke. Wells Fargo's long.
Amazon's short, about to break the range low there.
Yeah, I'm still in Amazon. It's slowly chugging down there. It likes to work. It does a flat, then it breaks. Myrna's gonna be short here. Myrna hit. I'm gonna add to it. Amazon, you see on the 5 minute, it does a flat and then it breaks and it consolidates and it breaks, consolidates and it breaks. Right now, it needs to break 302. Target's still going to be the pivot low 60. I got a limit set on it, might kick me out. Myrna, we took Myrna early here, target being a low and then new lows. Reason being it's down higher time frames and it's coming down this big ass green candle right here, 413.41's target. 5 hours away. So right here, we talked about it 10 minutes ago. There it is. I took it short here, right here. Target was a low of the day, and then new lows. Come down a big green candle on the 60 or 30. That's good for $10 right there if you took it with me. $10 move right there. That's what else we can get out of it. It's coming on down. No back short. It's a break retest pivot 30, 15, 60. Short. Target low of the day. Myrna looks better. Myrna. Big shooter down. I've got a limit set on Myrna and I've got a hard stop set on Myrna as well. So I need to stop on it. Hopefully it kick me out. If it does, I'll reset the stop on it. If it's tracking down still. See what she does. Myrna. Myrna. If he's gonna go short when it crosses low of the day. What we want to see happen is Myrna breaks the low on the 5 minute here, only to come back and retest. So we want to see it break, retest, and come back down, or at least it close below it, and pull back and push down. Taking out the low of the day again, be another add point. You know, that's $10. That's a $10 move right there. I'm not going to give much of that back. Okay. A nice, easy play right there. Beautiful, smooth price action.
Willio short, TWLO.
Julio. Crowd short. Etsy trying to go short. Wells Fargo still pushing. Just a small ticker. Crowd short. Roku short. Julio, yes, sir. Beautiful.
Looks like UPS is picking up, like you said. It's up above the 15 and 30. And the 1 hour.
Crowd short, guys. And $2 since I break. Myrna ain't gonna stop here. Shit. Myrna.
So there's a Spock deal that just went through today and merged, Joby Aviation.
Mhm.
And I mean, the 5-minute chart looks pretty good. It's going to be optionable, so it might be, I don't know, potentially tradable in the future here too.
What is it called?
It's JOBY.
Myrna's still puking here, guys. Jimmy White, damn, it's moving in it.
AMD short.
Jimmy White, 1248. Myrna, what a fucking beast, guys. AMD is coming on down here. Myrna.
Myrna
my
just
God,
completely
yeah.
flipped that candle. The daily.
Yeah. She's down $12 since entry, guys. Yeah, here's the thing on that daily. See that big green candle there? That's why they quickly come down through there. So we've got a big green candle on the daily, the 4-hour, and right here on the 30-minute. So right here is what I'm looking at. Right here, that big old green candle. They can quickly come to those blue candles. Breaks that candle there, it's gonna be the target. And then it could PMG down too here, of course. And it is target. So we'll go ahead and take profits on Myrna right here on this next bump down. But it can take a few seconds to hop out of this damn thing. So I'm at a Myrna. I'm not gonna chance it. I don't want to sit through a pullback. It's due for a nice one. I'm not gonna chance it. And the video went short too, guys. Roku short, the video short, CRWD short. The video's target's gonna be at pivot low 60, 178. The video's short here, guys. It's dying. There's a break retest, pivot 30, coming down, measure move 60. And if you look on the higher time frames, it's gone. That weekly there, there's a new lower high on the weekly. The weekly target is going to be the bottom of the wick, 192.96. First target 191. 191.93. Myrna's still going here. I don't feel sad about taking profit on that damn thing whatsoever. The $13 move, not gonna be upset. Not upset at all. DE's pushing again, guys. Oh, bitch. Etsy's dying here. We might have to short Etsy. Gonna break close below this thing right here. Short at target 189. Novavax is still short.
Zoom is still really short.
Which one?
Zoom.
Yeah, Zoom's still dying, is she? Crowd short add to it, Roku short add to it. Hmm. Charge.
That was a good one, Jerry.
I don't know who that was. Get that Etsy short here, guys. NVIDIA, boy, gee, crowd short. Etsy short, Roku short right now. SE short, breaking flat top to downside. Zoom still short. Amazon still short. I got kicked out of Amazon. Holy shit, what a spike. Amazon, damn. Amazon had this thing working flat breaking, consolidate break. Patience is key, boys. Now look right here. It consolidated, broke. Consolidated, it broke. Consolidated, it broke. It consistently made new lows here. It finally broke right here. All right. What a fucking spike. Look, it blew right through the target on the 60. All right. So there was a target on it. It can keep on going. It's short right now. Shop short right now. Flat top breakout downside. NVIDIA up 45% in 2 seconds. Shit. Die. NVIDIA. NVIDIA ain't gonna stop, boys. Big spike in here. Target on, again, NVIDIA is 192. Oh, 36%. And I'm out of NVIDIA. Wah, wah, wah. What a day, boys and girls. What a day. Roku short every day. NVIDIA breaks low today. It's short again. Amazon, what a Beast. Marner breaks low there again. I'll look back, get back in it. Want to try and go short here. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Zoom. Ooh, 350 target on this thing. She's dying. Oh, so ugly. So ugly. Gil's flat top in here, consolidating the top 25% of that big huge candle, which is only $1. But Amazon trying to go short again. Breaks 32.96 and be short. EMS kind of chopping sideways here. Wells Fargo trying to break it. Still hopping the top. Cool. Ooh, shit, KO pushing. That's weird. I guess it's running on earnings. Target 57.56 on this thing. Tell you what, Coca-Cola on the month here, if it ever breaks 60.13, she's going. She's consistently making higher highs or higher lows and higher highs, really. What you doing? Oracle's gonna be short. Damn, did you see that? That thing literally popped 30 cents in it before I could blink. Novak is still short, almost a target here. Merner's short. Damn. Amazon short again. Zoom's still short, picking up speed. Dang, that's crazy, dude. Spy's just sitting there doing nothing. Docu short even. Docu got a Momo shooter, breaks low today. It's short. Look at this right here. I drew this line right here the other day. Expanded right here on the weekly. Look at it touched it to almost a penny. See that? It did that today. But that wasn't there. Touch reject coming right back down to 270. Docu's gonna be short when it crosses 296. Novak is to target. Amazon, son of a bitch. Amazon was short back there. Catching another piece of it. That's a $7 drop. So I'm looking to take profits on Amazon again. I'm not gonna play. I say we're gonna get a pretty good pullback on these things at any time. So get ready to start pulling your stops up. They will recover. Then we'll get a bunch of profit takers, what I'm saying. Then it could go back down, but they're fixing to pull back pretty hard. So mark my words. Everything just died. It's gonna pull back pretty hard. Add an Amazon here, not gonna chance it. No, I'm gonna chance it. Shop still short. Man. Vic's still coming up here. Spy short. Spy is short for gap fill. It expanded to the 4 hour here to come right back down to 441. It's just not a big move. Long problem. It's not a big move. Zoom just not stopped. Zoom's ready for a nice pullback. Roku gonna pull back here. Next support level is at 357, 358. Yeah, 1 to 2 months coming down. Let's see what that is. 366. Below the day, 365. BDY, so you go. Oh shit, this buy is trying to come up. BDY. Oh, must be for earnings. Breaking the daily in the 4 hour. Come up and sit pivot high at 122. It needs to break 118.40. It'll be long. 118.40. Two back up. So that's pulling back pretty hard. They resume, of course. Resuming at a whole new level. SC is breaking too. SC is short. What are you doing? Making lower lows, lower highs. Ooh, there's a lower high right there on the weekly. She coming down. Good gap. How big is that gap? 29. $30. $2 gap. A lot of support at 39.7. So we can get below that. Gap. Get cheap for some people. And we'll put alert right on top of this. And if it breaks above that, we're going to be high today. Wells Fargo's breaking again to the outside. Just a small mover. Just small. Myrna's fishing go short again. And so is Novak's. Myrna's short right now. Myrna is short. The next leg, Wells Fargo's long. And Myrna is short or add to it. What a damn move, boys. Let's think. We started up here. If you stay in, we'll take practice on the way, but entry was right up here. We targeted this right here. Came on down. Yeah, on the video here. The video's trying to go short again. Zoom ain't gonna stop, man. Shit. The video breaks 194.50. It's gonna be short again. Still wants to target that 192. S is gonna be short when it crosses 188.90. Target 186.63. The video is short. Test is short. Test is short. Test is short. Come on, Jimmy. Badu short. Target on Tesla is going to be pivot low 6701.88. SQ short, add to it. SE short, add to it. Roku short, add to it. Crowd's going to be short and breaks lower, add to it. Zoom short. Every time it breaks low, it's add or short. Oh man. Tesla short here, guys. $2 million quick moving. Novavax is to target.
What's the target on NVIDIA, Jerry?
NVIDIA. It's 192, I believe. Let me see. Yeah, 192.50. And you want to be selling before it gets to it.
On which time frame are you looking at? How did you get to 192.50?
Pivot 60.
Pivot 60.
Right there.
Gotcha. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I made a dumb mistake today when I'm playing Myrna. I bought a call instead of a put, and then I had to. Yeah, but I got out in immediately, and then I made up on it, so it was good.
Okay. Whew.
Yeah.
Well, at least you realized your mistake real quick and got out and then bought some puts. Hey, I've done it. When I first started trading, I did that stuff a lot, man. So, but you get in, you get out, and then you recover. So yeah, Myrna had a really nice drop, man. Really, really nice. Congratulations, man. Lady made up for it anyway. That's the main thing. Yeah, no video. You can point and take all stocks. What is NQ?
NASDAQ futures.
Yeah, Walmart's kind of chopping right now near the top, 151.88. It's up in the top 25%. I want to show you Walmart. Walmart's really good. I think it's a run up to earnings. So let's look at Walmart quick. Novavax is short again, guys. We're going to bring the video with it. Amazon's still short. If you can hang on to it.
Gary, what's your target on SPY?
The low of the day.
Low of the day. Thank you.
You're welcome. So Walmart, if we look at the higher time frames, we're going to target the 153.66 level here. You see it coming up on the month here, making higher highs, higher lows. It's coming up quickly to this, the pivot high on the weekly. And a lot of times volume leads the break. We see a lot of volume picking up on this thing right here. So we see it break here. Volume led this break, pulls back slightly before going higher. In a strong uptrend, it won't even come close to retesting. And that's kind of what happened here. We're going to target pivot. Must be a run up to earnings. I'm not really sure. We had a small pullback on it yesterday. Besides that, let's look at what's going on right now on the lower time frames. So on the 15, 30, 60, you can see it's rejecting. It's failing to make a new high here, but there's a couple things going on with it. It's ranging sideways. It did make a new high, not by much, but it did make a new high here. The main thing is it's up in the top 25% candle. So if you drew as a candle, it's up in the top 25%, which is a bullish signal. And it's been pushing up on on the higher time frames. That's a good sign. So usually when they hang in the top 25% of the time, the next day, a lot of times they'll gap up or push up. But you know, it just been pushing the last 2 or 3 days pretty solid on the daily. So we just do a pullback on it. So we'll still be looking for this thing to make new highs today. We're still going to target that monthly and a weekly pivot. DE just broke. So when the market's tanking and we see a ticker pushing up, that's called natural buyers. DE is long right now. Well, that's the same one we were talking about at open this morning. It's got a beautiful time frame on the higher time frames, and you know, here's it breaking right here. It broke right here in the pivot. So it comes like, it looks like this right here. It's just that right there. All it is. Longer price consolidates, and it consolidated right here in this range, right here. There's the break. And of course, when it breaks, it moves $1 instantly. You know, the lower time frames, you'll still get decent breaks, but they're just as relevant as a higher time frame. So D's long, a bit late now if you're not in it. You wait on a pullback and get in it. These are natural buyers. The market's down as a whole, but DE is pushing up, so it shows you the buyers. So it also tells you when the market does recover and it starts to push back up. This is going to be one of the strongest tickers there is. FedEx is pushing. FedEx just broke. It could be a pullback to the downside though. It's ugly. It could be a sort of a reversal. Let me show you. Right here on the monthly, it's breaking, trying to retest. It's holding support on the pivot. On the weekly, it's making lower lows and lower highs on the 4 hour. So, you know, if we're going to get a reversal, guys, if I'm looking for a reversal back up through range or a continuation, I'm always going to look at the 4 hour. And if this thing starts to reverse, there's a couple of signals I want to look for. So right now it's in the channel down. So more than likely, this is probably just a dead cat bounce. It's probably a pullback to the downside. What you could do is throw you some lines on there. It's breaking it right now. This is a channel right there. So it could come up pretty quickly, but you know what I like to see. We can go to the lower time frame in a second, but what I want to see is I wanted to see it break through the strongest support resistance level. I'd like to see some kind of pullback, if not 2 pullbacks, because this thing broke the pivot on the 4 hour here, so it could come up and retest it and then go short again. So to take this thing long to come up to here, I want to see at least 1 pullback, and I'll take it when it crosses the peak. And it could quickly come up through there as it takes all these stops out. It is a 4 hour, so it's going to take longer for this price to aggregate. Right here, we see a big green candle, and then it fails. All right, so this could just be a pullback to the downside. So as you're looking at these tickers, it's important to look at the higher time frames because it tells you general direction. And the direction is down. All right. We also look back on the current time frame to see any kind of pattern. And you can see it consistently pushes down, pulls up. You know, there's a couple big candles that pulled back pretty hard. So now we go lower time frames, kind of see where price is going. It's pushing up on the day. All right. Overall, if you're just focusing on this daily, yeah, you can take it But you want to keep in the back of your mind that this thing's been dying. So for the day, currently it is pushing up. Will it continue to push up? No, I don't have enough information to tell you that. But I can tell you right now there's some major resistance at 276.70. It needs to break through there before it touches the pivot. It could touch the pivot, expand a little bit, and then go back to the range. So you can day trade these things, but you know, on something that's been dying, you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. I'll tell you that. Be good for a scalp. HD, let's look at HD right quick. It's flat top, up in the top 25% of range, like Walmart. All right. So it's doing basically the same thing as Walmart. It's consolidating. You can see it on the 5, 15, 30. If you look on the 60, you can see it very quickly. Because here's one candle. And then the next candle is in the top 25% of this range. Now, if you look at these wicks, they're pretty much even. All right. It's a flat top. So it's really kind of looking like this flag. If you drill down to the lower time frame, you can see exactly what's happening inside that one candle. That's the beauty of the multi-time frame analysis. So, so we look at it as one candle. All right. We don't know if it's reversing, if it's chopping sideways. We don't know if it's making higher highs, higher lows, or what the hell's going on. So that's why it's important to look at the lower time frame. We can see exactly what's happening in it. If you get focused on one time frame, you're gonna miss the big picture. So right now, looking at the 5 minute here, you know, it's still in the top 25% range. So this is, you know, it's still chopping sideways here, but it's starting to make lower highs, and it's still making higher lows. So it's still kind of wedging. It's still kind of bullish. In order to take this thing long, it's going to be safer to wait till it breaks 338.60 and 338.70. But if you was to draw a line, it wouldn't look like that. It would look like this. And a flat top. Really, it's chopping sideways. And anytime you have a chop, price can do whatever hell it wants to do. There's really no predictability to it. You know, if it's bigger ticker and there's a dollar range in here, probably less than $1. If you got a lot more range, you can definitely scalp it, but a dollar range is not enough to do anything with it. You want to stay completely out of it. So if it breaks the low of this candle here, you can short it. If it breaks the high of this candle here, take it long. If it breaks the low of this candle right here, the target's going to be here, and then here, and then a pivot, because it could break and retest and then go long. All right. So you come back and retest it and go long. It could come all the way down the pivot, break through it, retest, or pull back and then go short. The target being pivot long. Who knows? So always thinking 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 15 steps ahead of what could happen. So you're prepared. If you're not prepared, you don't know how to react. You can act and react. That's why it's important to have a plan before you go into a trade. You want to know what's going to happen. Now we see all these tickers pushing down really far, and all of a sudden they're starting to pull back. That's profit taking. We're at a point now where the sellers can take control and start pushing it back up, or the buyers take control and they start pushing back up, or sellers step back in after it's profit taking and take it back down. So this is a good buy opportunity here. If this is a pullback to the downside, entries when it breaks the low of the day. So let's pull up the video here. It's the same shit every single day. I'm telling you, it's the same patterns every day. There's nothing changes. It's the same stuff. Just different tickers. Set on 15 because I'm watching the 15s for signals. All right, so look here. We know it's pushing down the day. All right, look here, it breaks the pivot, retest, comes down, starting to pull back here. All right, so it can pull back and go short. All right, if we want to find an entry, if we want to play this pullback here and target the low, we step down the 5 minute to gain an entry into it. Usually about 50% of this candle, when it drops below that, we can target the low and then new lows. Realistically, it looks like this. Everything's going to have this wave in it, everything, whether to the upside or the downside. It's the same pattern. It's in everything. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Once you see this thing, you cannot unsee it, period. This right here is, the pullback is just profit taking all this. Now, when it gets to this point here, it can do a couple of things. Let's say they're a pullback to the downside, all right? Or it is a pullback to the upside. We don't know yet. We don't have a damn clue. So your safer entry is if it breaks the low of this candle here, be short. All right. If it breaks the top of this candle here, guess what? It's long. It's that simple. Short, long, short, long. Where's the target at? Top of that candle and the pivot. To find the target on the break of the downside, we can go to any time frame higher than where we're at and look for pivot. The next lowest pivot's gonna be the target. Unless there's some big red candles, you know, before the pivot, and we'll target those. So let's go to 5 minute here and kind of see, we can see exactly what's happening inside this one candle. It's crazy, man. That one candle right there, there's all this information here. There's 3 candles that makes up that one candle. A lot of information there. So if you got a lot of stuff to see, you gotta use it. So right now, price comes down. Here's the same pattern. All right, now we're gonna dive in and kind of get better entries. So I like the 5 minute because I get a sniper entry. I can get in early. Right now is what I say. Right here, some pretty good support. All right, see it tried to go up here and rejected, went back down on this candle. So now it's acting as resistance. And you know how I think about it is, I say, well, price came down, it pulled back and then dropped. And it hit a wall, it hit something right here on this wick and caused it to bounce. It was not strong enough to pierce it. As soon as it touched it, it wicked back immediately. All right. So right now it's trying to go long. What you want to do though is, this is really one candle, 25% above the base, stronger support right here. All right, let's draw it nice. This is one candle, 25. We gotta go 25% above the candle, which is about here. All right, so we're breaking 25%. Now we want to break the strongest support resistance level, which is right here. So once it breaks this level here, we're looking for an entry inside of it. Don't matter if it's a pullback or what, but we need some kind of entry to get into it. All right. So to keep you out of trouble, reversals of trend, any reversal to the upside or the downside, you follow these rules and they'll keep you safe. All right, getting rules for entries.
Jerry, can you check out MT? That's Mike Com, please.
Yeah. So here you go. If price breaks this candle here, it's going to be long. And the better you get at these things, the you can start getting a little bit early. I'm trying to give you a set of rules that keeps you safer. So I'm trying to make rules where you can get in and out of trade better. But once you get good at it, you can start taking these earlier. If you take the trade right here, across this right here, your target, your first target is going to be this wick and then this body. If it don't break this wick right here by 20 cents, there's no trade. The reason being on minor support resistance, you have price expansion. All right, price expands on these things right here too. If it don't come up and hit your entry, then there's no harm, no foul. All right. Because realistically, it could be doing this. It could come down, pull back, and then shoot straight down. Now, I'll show you how to look at that ticker. Right here, support. See the wicks come down? Wick. There's a problem. It couldn't break through there, right? So it takes pretty good amount of strength to break through these two wicks right here. So it tells you if it breaks through here, it's going to be short. 10 cents below that, your target is going to be this big green candle in the low of the day. And hopefully it'll keep going. All right, because it's been in a pretty good downtrend. All right, there's a pullback to the downside. So when something starts to puke and it starts to pull back, you can actually pull that. You can actually take the 2-2 back up just for a scalp. All right, unless it gives you a reason to stay in it. You know, maybe it's reverse trying to push like that. That's really up to you. Just like the video showing 2-2 back up right now. Let's look at MT real quick. You can play these things so many different ways. Puke, 2-2 back down, break low of the day, short, 2-2 back up, long. This is trying to go long right this second. So Tesla's 25%. The only thing about Tesla is stuck in this big ass ugly range on the 5-minute. You look on the 15, 2-2 back up. It went long when it crossed 707.63. The target's only going to be 709 now. All right, so on these 2-2s back through range, you can play them, but you got to be quick. Here's MT. MT's inside 60, stuck right in the middle, making lower lows, higher high, or higher low, lower highs, higher lows. Looks pretty good on the month. Looks really good on the week. It's a 2-1-2 up. Continuation measured move on it. 2-2 day. There's a break retest 4 hours trying to push up. Looks damn good. It's starting to wick. It's wedging. So this thing can blow up here. Your safer entries when it breaks 36.25, 36.30. Looks really good. I'm going to tell you that. Looks really good on the higher time frames. I don't see it going lower. I really don't see it going much lower. You see on the 1530 here, it broke pivot 30 and it's retested several times and failed to go lower. So it looks like this. It's wedging. It's wedging. It's like a bull flag. So
it came up on the 1-2 up weekly scan from those scripts that I got that I posted in the general chat. Remember, I uploaded the table with that script I was talking about the other day with the different colors and the cells on the columns on the 5-minute, the 15, the 1, and the 30. So it came up on the scan and it was green all the way across on all the time frames. So I checked out the chart.
Oh shit, it looks good. It does. It needs to break that high today, though. All right, guys.
Yeah.
Myrna's shorts. Novak's officially go short now. So we got to pull back the downside and NVIDIA short. So let's look at NVIDIA right quick. They're all breaking. So it's just profit taking the downside. Target's going to be low of the day. And so let's look at it. It's safer to wait till it breaks the low of the day. But here's the pattern. Up, pulls back, down. Target's going to be here. So it's short right now. NVIDIA short, target 194. It's safer to take it when it breaks low of the day. All right. Amazon, we got a hammer, still kind of chopping there, trying to push up. There's a hammer there, pull back. We'll retest this level here, trying to go up. Right now, it needs to cross this level here. Amazon needs to cross 32.99 to be long. Trying to see how much 32.86 by 54. All right, Amazon crosses 32.91 is short. Target over the day. Novak's is short, Myrna's long, or Myrna's short too, guys. Pick the one. Just gonna pull back to the downside to take profits. Target on Novak is low of the day. Myrna's leading 212 down, and Novak's gonna follow here. Novak's has got a gap to fill. We gotta make sure. See now, Myrna's through 60 pivot here. I'm gonna show you something that we gotta be. Whenever they start breaking through pivots, you gotta be mindful of expansion. Okay, and keep you out of trouble. If you're aware what could happen. If you're not aware, you don't know what the hell's going on. So right off the bat, Myrna's breaking through pivot here, but it could be expansion. And that's why it's best to have some kind of close below it. What we want to see is some kind of close, a retest and push back. And actually, if you look right here, it broke, it retested, it pulled back through and then shot back down as it fell to go higher here. So there's your pullback to downside, which is you always want to have that nice rest. So the rest gives it room to push it on down. It's a measured move candle right here. It's $40, $30 wide measured move. Target's going to be about 370, 380. No back hit target here. No back hit target. Yes, sir. How we do? Crowd breaks low today is short. Zoom's still short. Zoom's not stopping. Walmart's short. Holy shit, Walmart's rolling over. UPST short, target low of the day, and then gap fill. Myrna is short. Myrna is short. What's so short? Let's look at Novak right quick. This is how you get in early. On these pullbacks, you can either hop in, hop out. I prefer to hop out and then get back in on another entry down. So let's look at it. Here it is. Breaks down, retest pivot. All right, can't go higher, come back down. Guess what? She gone. All right, it went short right here, right there. Target was low of the day, and then new lows. Myrna's short, go another $10, $15 here. The video's fixing to go short, doing the same fucking pattern. Again, these patterns repeat over and 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 over. And over and over and over. All right, the video here. Price breaks down, shoots up. There was support right here, and it retested that level right there before going short. It's not short just this second. It needs to break the low of this candle here. All right, about 10 cents. First target's going to be here. There's support there. The next one's here. And then new lows. I should have took Shop short. Damn it. Shop had the same pattern. Zoom's going to die all day, guys. I should have gotten Shop. UPST short here, guys. We're going to target gap fill. Essie's breaking pivot 15, retest and could go short here. See Shop here, same pattern. I missed it. I'm busy goofing off. But look here, same pattern. See it? There it is. Break retest on a strong downtrend or uptrend. A lot of times they want to come back to close enough to actually touch it. Shopify went short actually when it crossed these candles here, right there. Target was the body and the wick. And you can see it came right to target. Now we can take an entry back in it if it crosses the low of the day by 20 cents. I tell you this, when you come back through range, the safe is always better. It's always better when you're coming back through here. All right. Right now it pulled back on this candle here. All right, for the rest, now it's positioned down. So that's just going to be a 2-1-2 as soon as it crosses low of the day. All right. Same pattern. Anytime you get a pullback, you get confirmation of the downside, it's a better trade. It's a better trade. So right here, comes up. As soon as it gives you a signal to go short right here, we're going to target below the day. And on shop, something like that. We actually took that trade right there. Comes down. Target was just a wick here. I take profits, wait for that shop short right this second. I'm never greedy with shop, ever, never, ever.
Jerry, take a look at UPST. I think it's trying to go short.
Yeah, it is short, my friend. Yeah, it's short. It's been short for about 5 minutes. UPST short and target gap. Yeah. Yes, sir. You're 100% right. I'm watching them all, man. I got eyes everywhere. I'm like a spider. I'm like a spider monkey.
You were a beast, Jerry. You're a beast, man.
Thank you, sir. UPST is short for gap fill. Target was low of the day. Now gap fill. Now, remember too, on UPST, it gapped up for a reason. Could it gap fill away? There's a good chance, but you always have to keep in mind on a gap up that it could fill about 50% will turn around and going back higher. So gap fills, you got to treat them a little bit different than a gap down. Gap downs fill that gap probably about 70–80% of the time. Not so on the gap ups. They like to fill about 50%. So just keep that in mind. BA short here, guys. Target 60 pivot. Point rolling over. Docu short. And Zoom's trying to give us entry. Oh shit, Amazon here. Docu short right this second. Look at Amazon here. The 2 down. All right, guys. Amazon's just to give a signal to get in right here for scalp. All right, look here. Downtrend, pull back, going to the downside. Amazon's going to be short right the second, target here, and then low of the day. If you want, your safer entry is when it crosses the low of this hammer, because the reason being, when this hammer came down, something caused this thing to stop here. All right. It hit some kind of wall. So your safer entry is when it crosses the low here, because it needs enough strength to push through it. If it breaks through there, we'll target the body and then the wick. All right.
Autodesk.
Shopify short still.
ADSK.
ADSK, thank you. Amazon short here. Shopify is kicking ass and taking names. Shop's still short here, guys. So I'm looking to get stomped out of shop right quick. Eat me up, spit me out. And I'm at a shop. I'm not even gonna play with this damn thing. Gosh. All right, guys, you saw where we got in at. So, yes. All right, here's the first target here. Pulled back and went short here. Look at this thing, it's dying. That's $14 in just 2 minutes. Ain't nobody else gonna do that. Ain't nobody gonna touch that. Get it the right place at the right time. All that was is consolidation break, right? So, and we got an entry into it. I wanted to play it up here, right? The target being here. We missed it. It came right down the target. It came right down the target and pulled back. The pullback was just enough to give us the entry. Right? So we really want to play these consolidation breaks as well, but we can play the 2-2s back through. So it looks like this. It came back, pulled back 2, touched. On this candle here, it actually pulled back a little bit. As soon as it broke it again, I took it short right there. Now, I didn't expect it to drop that damn much, but it's a nice surprise. And I'm still short Amazon here, target low of the day. So I kind of jumped the gun on Amazon. I expected to go short with the rest. You know, simultaneously break the downside. Amazon target rate to 86. Everything's pulling back to the downside here. Myrna breaks low again. Add to it. Myrna short, add to it. Novak's gonna be short, add to it. Nvidia breaks low today at short. Tesla's going short again here, guys. So I'm still in my Tesla short. You got faith. Shopify short again here. Pretty good run there. I'm not going to take this short. It's a little bit extended. Amazon, when it gets close to target here, I'm going to take money on it. I've already got a limit set on it. And if I can pull 400 bucks in Amazon. A lot of times, guys, when I enter these things, I'm starting with one contract. And one contract and, you know, a $10 move, they add up pretty quick. So you imagine, you know, 45, you know, 60-cent delta. How fast it quick. And then you're catching the top of the ass too. It adds up pretty damn quick. With just one contract at a time. And if I'm wrong, then I have a small loss. If I go in deep, I'm hurt. I'm hurt if I'm wrong. At a Tesla, or not Tesla, Amazon, I'm not going to chance it. If we'll put a couple $100 out of it, I'm have to do that. Tesla made a new low here, starting to pull back. And Tesla calls are pretty damn cheap. I'm not worried about Tesla too much. Not that one, not all of it. And the spreads are pretty tight, so I'll give it some more.
Hey, Jerry, did you get a piece of that upstart?
I didn't get in it. Nope, I didn't get in that one. So sometimes I call stuff I don't get in it, but yeah, I expect it to fill the gap. It's looking really good. I called it right before it broke low of the day. And I still believe it's going to fill that gap. I don't know about all the way. I think about 154. But it's got a long ways to go through there. If I get a pullback to the downside, I'll re-enter. I'm in so much shit. Sorry to keep up them all. And UPST is one of those cheaper ones. I try to give all account sizes room to eat. Essie's breaking to the downside here.
NQ, Jerry, did a 2-1 on the 30. This might be the bottom starting to come back up. Slash
Yeah.
NQ.
Yeah, UPST. Etsy, guys. NQ, thank you for that, Tori. Etsy short here, target still 186.63. It broke, retested on this pivot on the 15 and a 30. So let's put the 30 back there. I'll show it to you. All right. It pushes up, comes down, retests it, and then goes short. All right. So it pushes up through it, expands the range. All right. So here's a pivot. Expanded the range right here, and it actually hit target there. We want it to fill that target and go to gap fill, but since the market's puking as a whole, it brings Etsy down with it. So it comes up, pulls back down to here, retests, it tries to go up. It actually retested it a bunch of different times on the 515. It went short as soon as it crossed this low here. Target's going to be here, 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 and here. It's been pretty strong today, so I doubt it coming all the way back down. So we're getting a lot of stuff starting to wick. They made lower lows here, starting to wake up. And Zoom is just not stopping. Zoom's not stopping. Oh, bitch. Zoom's target's going to be this pivot on the daily. Should act as major support. So 344 on Zoom, if it takes that, it can bounce right back up. So we're definitely going to be looking for a bounce on this level. So I want to show you something that I do when I get close to pivot lows, if I'm expecting to bounce. All right, so say Zoom got close to touching the low down. So say it comes down and it's about to touch. What I do is I set an alert around the top, close to the base. Don't want to catch it as it starts to bounce. Try to catch it as much as I can. I'll set an alert around the top of it. And then what happens is when it starts to push back up, so if this thing happens to bounce, it expands through there and then it starts to come back up and it crosses my alert, well, I'll come take a look at it. And if it's looking good, or I got signals back to the upside, I'll enter with the target being the top of this big red candle body. We can ultimately pivot. So sometimes I catch a bunch of the breaks in the retest. So if you just want to play retest, that's how you catch them. That Wells Fargo trying to come back up, 2-2 back up. Target's going to be 50.33. And then you want to break 50.33 and make new highs for the day. Amazon, I took profits on Amazon pretty early. It's almost a target though. So I'm always expecting these things to hit target. It don't mean I'm going to stay in them to the end, especially on the great big tickers. All right, so let's pull this Amazon up here. On Amazon Shop, these big tickers, you know, I just did a piece. I actually took Amazon right here before it got to the wick. All right. Your safer entry is when it broke the wick. All right. So sometimes somebody's asking if I took the trades before the break. Yeah, I do. I sure do. So it depends how I'm feeling. Sometimes I'll take it when it breaks this point here. Sometimes I'll take it when it starts to come back down, target at this point right here. So I take them every way. Your safest trade is when it breaks the low here. But it's been pushing down pretty good all day. When it gets to here, it's pretty close to exhaustion risk. So entry was here, and target's going to be body and the wicks. And I think I took profit right in here. Yeah, I'm not greedy. So entry on this thing was the exact. Was when it crossed this wick right there. That wick. First target, second target hit, and there's a third target. And the reason being on these things, I don't really like sitting through a pullback. So the less time you have in these bigger tickers, the less risk. UPST still trying to push for the gap fill here. That's a lot of move. That's a big move down. It's a big gap to fill. Okay, if you catch half of it, you're in good shape. That gap fill is 140. $20 wide. Every time it breaks the low, it goes short or add to it. If it crosses 156.40, it's gonna be short or add to it. But always keep in the back of your mind that this thing could fill 50%, 40%, 60%, and then turn around and go against you. So better keep it in the back of your mind, and you kind of sign a weakness or reversal. Cut that shit. But it's gonna be short and it crosses the day's low. All right, let's pull up HD here. It's been in a pretty good strong uptrend, right? Let's look at it. pull it up on the 60 here. HD's been a pretty good uptrend. Pull back to the upside, gaps up, runs all the way through the pivot on the 60. Now, that's a big candle, right? So this could be a pullback. It could retest this area here and then go back up. All right, we're aware of that. Now, when it comes up, it could get just close to it and then turn around. It could touch the pivot exactly and then turn around. It could touch it and wick through just a hair and then turn around. All right. So on these things right here, what I do is I'll set an alert right above the pivot right here, 336.57. It just needs to be above it because I want to know about it if price starts to push back up. And of course, I'm watching it, so I'll know. But this is a tip for you on the break on the retest. So if it hits that test, there's a pretty good chance this thing has retested this level. It's going back up to the high of the day. Yeah. So this is a way, if you don't have multiple screens, you can watch these things. So if it breaks, retest this area and starts to come back up, you want to know about it as soon as it starts to push back up. All right, because you get a big red candle. Target's going to be here, here, and high of the day, and the new highs. And right now, we swung this thing for a little bit, and I got scared to hang on to it for too long. But our target was always going to be the 345 level. And you can see it got there. It just takes time. It's the same pattern we saw on every ticker, even on the lower time frames. It's the same shit over and over and over. It's the same stuff. So here's the pattern right here. It's the wave. So yeah, the only difference is the time and price. And it takes time to get back up there. But we got confirmation when it crossed this level here. And then when it crossed this level here was another confirmation. And so if anybody's still hanging on to that thing, target's still 345.69. Like 30, 40 bucks, you can hang on to it. And the video's trying to choo back up here. So now we're looking for reversals back through rank. UPST, if you're in it, I would pull my stops up pretty tight. I wouldn't get much back. Yes. HD, we'll keep an eye on this down here. I look here on the 5 minute, so you can see it on the 5 minute, but right here, let me pull it up right quick. Let me show you something. On the 15 too, it shows as a wick. This is why it's important to look at all time frames. Right here on the body, right here, right there is support. And where did I get that from? Right here. Right there. Now, price can expand on this range right here even. All right, so let's go up from here. Let's get to here. Price will expand on these ranges just a little bit. So if it's kind of hold, it'll bounce right here. All right. So if it's going to hold, it'll start to bounce. And we need one pullback, at least one pullback to the upside to take it long, with the target being here and pivot. All right. SC is trying to break back above pivot 15. Keep it on SC and BA. BA trying to tutu back up. Sava DE's wedging. PayPal's trying to come back up. Lulu tutu up. Walmart. What? Walmart tutu back up. Now let's look at Walmart here. because this is a very clean signal here. On the 60, it's a 2 up, 2 down. Target's going to be the body of the candle. Like this big green on 149.51. It's about 50 cents away. It is short right this second. If you want, it's safer to take it when it crosses 150 or 149.95. Picture's starting to come back down. It's rejected 3 different times at the same level, so we could see this stuff start to push back up. Tesla. Tesla's gonna be long over 708.80. First target 710.38. Just remember that Tesla's a choppy garbage hole right now. It would only be for scalping. There's no one here I've seen it for a long time.
Jerry, you're an amazing trader.
Thank you. I appreciate that. God has given me a talent, I can tell you that. God has given me a talent.
Jerry, what did you do before you traded?
I'm a general contractor. I do commercial and or light commercial residential. I've done I've got trim packages. I've done like probably about 1,500 apartments. I've done complete trading packages, probably about 2,400 apartments, doing all the doors, base, and cabinets. The last 3 or 4 years, I've been doing nothing but service calls. So water heaters, garbage disposals, any kind of repair, work. You think that I do it. I can do repair work. I still do it every once in a while, where I'll go in and change the water
I
heater.
don't use
out,
Active Trader. I use an options watch list.
$1,200 really quick.
I made a video on it. It's this.
But I like the service calls. Are just a lot quicker, in and out. But I've always liked numbers. I've always liked patterns, and
It's obvious. You found your calling.
yeah, I think so, man.
How old are you? If you don't mind me
I'm
asking.
43.
Young guy.
Anyways, though, I think I'm just gonna hop on.
But I've been trading since March of last year, when I first saw my first ticker. I started off in Robinhood on my phone, and then I went to the laptop. And the laptop, I got me an extra screen. Now I've got a few screens. But I don't know. I did a lot of studying, man. A lot of 16, 17-hour days. A lot of charts, a lot of sitting here watching the screens, seeing how the market aggregates.
And who said homework would finish after college?
I didn't. You have to put a lot of legwork in. Some of it's probably natural, but it's a lot of work went in. I mean, I'm telling you, I could get up at 4 o'clock and start marking charts till 9:30. Sit here for 8 hours. I wouldn't get up and use the restroom. Sometimes I would, but a lot of times I'd sit right here till 4 o'clock. And after 4 o'clock till 8 or 9, I'd sit here and mark out more charts and study and watch videos, read books, and still even after even today, I still look at videos and stuff like that, trying to learn more stuff, because I always want to improve. I never stop learning. I don't know everything. There's still a lot of stuff I don't know. But I like looking at some of the higher the people that's like really, really, really good at trading. And what I've noticed is 70 to 80% of their trades, their top strategies has to do with these flat top breaks and retests. Yeah, so all the big guys, this is their flat top breaks is their bread and butter. I'm sure they got different indicators and stuff like that for entry and different set of rules, but the rules are simple. You know, you look for volume and you wait on the break. You know, you give it a little bit above the break for confirmation to make sure price don't expand.
Right.
But other than that, that's it. Of course, there's I think I use about 10 or 12 different strategies. So the 2-2s and the reversals and the gaps and the flat top breaks and all that good stuff. Yeah. But I like it. I like the trades. For me, it's fun. I remember though when I first started trading, man, I would be like chomping at the bits to trade it. 10 o'clock, man, I'd be out of capital. I'd be wanting to trade so fast. As soon as the bell opened, man, I'd be in 10 trades. And of course, I'd be losing money and stuff. And there was like 2 solid weeks there for a while. For 2 weeks, I was red every single day.
How many positions are you usually in at one time?
Maybe 2 to 3.
No more.
No more than 2 or 3 now. And a lot of these bigger tickets, especially in the first 30 minutes of the day, a lot of times, about 9% of the time, I'm in and out in a minute. Sometimes less than a minute. And, you know, if I'm going to stay in it a little bit longer, if it's continue to push, I'll add it. If I'm first in the trade, as soon as I get in the trade, a lot of times, 99% of the time, I add it straight to active trader. And if it looks like I'm going to be in it for a little bit longer, then I'll add it to my watch list. That way I can click in between the contracts. But a lot of times in the first 30 minutes a day, especially the first 15, hell, you know, one candle can be $8, $10, $20. So, you know, I'm only in it for 20, 30 seconds. So in the first 30 minutes, I'm building me a cushion. I'm in and out very quickly. I'm just trying to build me a cushion up. So when 10 o'clock hits, I can sit back and relax and pick the best tickers. So I'm just building me a little cushion up each time I'm taking scalp stuff. It's just safer because the market's so volatile in the first 30 minutes of the day. I mean, you can't hold a ticker for 30 minutes. You can't do it. There's no way in hell you can do it. So just
Yeah.
When do you start trading options, Jerry?
That's the first thing I started trading. Yeah.
Man, you're crazy.
Yeah. I'm kind of risky. But it worked out in the long run. Yeah, I wouldn't suggest anybody do that. I think Commons is a lot safer for sure. It's safer, and I'd recommend too start with very small size. Maybe even starting off with just 1 share. You know, you have to get the process down, and your strategy, your entries, your exits are very important. And if you can do it with 1 share, then you can do it with 10 shares. You do it with 10 shares, you can do it with 100. And options is a whole nother skill in itself. And speed is very important in options. Very important. It's like a fine line in there too. It's difficult. You know, and I play weeklies, so it's even harder. So, you know, come Thursday, I've said this before, but come Thursday, say after 11 o'clock, it's best to get next week's options because you're worrying about fade and time decay. So Thursday after 11, start buying next week's, especially if the moves, you know, if it's moving pretty consistently, but it's not very quick, it's safer to buy next week. That way you don't have to worry about time decay. And then come Friday, after 10 o'clock, it's best to buy next week's options because time decay is so quick. Something can be moving up and you can still be red. So if you want to take full advantage of the move, buy next week's. I'm telling you, it's safer. Now, I will still play 0 DTE on Friday on the bigger names. And what I do is I'll buy them deeper in the money. And because I don't expect to be in them but a few minutes, you know, if that. And so I'll buy them deep in the money, 0 DTE, they're cheap. So I can get high deltas. And, you know, if it moves $5, I could be up, you know, $400 in just a few seconds, a few minutes.
What percentage would you usually buy them in the money if you do that strategy, like off the
I usually
strike.
like about 80 cents, 80 cents or higher.
So what's that, like 5% or 2%?
I don't have a clue, to be honest with you.
Hmm.
I don't know. Probably about 3 or 4 in the money, 3 or 4 deep in the money.
Uh-huh.
I'm not sure what the percentage is.
By the way, have you looked at the Groupon today? That thing is just
Mm-mm.
fell off the cliff. I mean, after it blew away the earnings, I can't believe where this price is. I mean, it's just utter manipulation. I mean, it's a perfect example of manipulation.
Jerry, check out coin. We got a little bit of a cradle trade back up.
Oh, nice. Yeah, coin don't look too bad. I think it still needs a little bit of room to take it long, though. Just to be safe. She is going back up. I'd love to see coin over 287. That is 3 hours away, though. Let me pull up on 5 minutes, show you. I'm gonna get it better. I'm just scared it's a pullback right now. Market's so shit. I'm going to show you the closest and the strongest support resistance level on this thing. It's always important to be mindful of that. And that's it's right here. That's very strong support resistance there. So if it does pull back, you want at least one pull back on this thing. We got a couple so far, but so it bottomed out here. It actually made a higher low. So that's a good sign there. You could have took it long there and target here, here, and here. If you're going to take it long, your safer entry is when it crosses this resistance level here. And that has to do with all these touches. So when you're looking at these tickers, you want to find where a horizontal line makes the most touches. All right, so when I'm looking at these things, I'm looking for lines, and it could be a zone. All right, so the bodies of the candles, most of them line up here, but really this whole area is resistance or support. This entire block. So you want to be careful. It's a pretty good downtrend here, so it could come up and retest and then push through. It's best if price is going to reverse, you get above that very strong support resistance, and then get a close above it, and then take it when price crosses the high before we get. Beautiful. Also, this is a chop. It's a compound inside bar. You can trade it. There's plenty of room to be making money here. It's $14. A lot of money to make right here.
Hey, Jerry, check out you.
You.
You know, I added one more chart to mine. I put the 2 hour on there. It's pretty good because then you can catch before the 4 hour.
Nice. Yeah. You look pretty good. 118.65. It's bounced off of it 4 times. If it breaks above that 118.70, 80 level, she's really gonna go. The 212.60.
On the 2 hour, it's a 2-1 ready to go. That'd be a good, nice measure move.
Oh shit! This thing's got room to 174. Weekly target 120. Oh yeah, this thing's beautiful. On the monthly, it's curling. Yeah, it's starting to curl right back up. So this could be a really nice.
And it's got volume. It's got volume. Jerry, you're gonna have to get a piece of that action.
That's nice.
Jerry, isn't it long now? I'm looking at the 30 and the 15-minute, and it looks like it's long now.
I wouldn't take it long. Not yet.
No?
Here's why. See those wicks there? It's touched 3 times this level and it's rejected. Now, if it breaks this candle here by 10 cents, it's long. But right here, there's some kind of hidden force field or wall or something right here. And every time it came up to here, it rejected, right? So you need to be aware of these wicks. So price came up and touched it once, twice, 3 times, and rejected. It did make
So
a
just
higher high here. So it could go. I would like to see it. If you take it long, I'd like to see it above the candle by 10 or 20 cents though.
So like 119 and change, 119.05.
Yeah, really plenty. So say price came up, it rejected, came up, rejected, came up, rejected. You see what I'm saying? You got to be aware of that stuff. You're gonna get hurt. It's not to say it can't be strong enough and eventually just shoot straight through. It can, but you need to wait.
Right, but it's better to just have the confirmation.
Yeah,
Agreed.
that's 100%. Yeah, because it's a pattern. That's our most recent pattern that told you there's a problem right here. But it could go. It's strong. It's making higher highs. It's making higher lows. It made a higher high here. So it's bullish, very bullish. I'm not saying it won't go. I'm just saying you need to wait, or I need to wait. We'll watch it for a second here. Always be mindful of your wicks. They tell a story, especially recent wicks. Now, right here is this whole zone here. Let me draw it here. This whole zone right here is a major support. So right now, this thing is chopping sideways. Right? So this here whole area right here is a compound inside bar. It needs to break. And when they start chopping sideways, guess what? It could go either way. It can go up or it can break to the downside. All right. So a chop is indecision. It's kind of indecision, but really they're comfortable with the price. They're comfortable at the current price, so it starts to chop. And a chop is nothing more than consolidation, rest, profit taking, a range. That's all it is. And when it's in a range of consolidation, chop, it can break out either way. That's why it's always best to wait for the break.
Hey Jerry, what are your thoughts on the sticker AON?
Yeah. Look at it. HD's touching that pivot 60. Let's see if we can get a retest or bounce off that. Oh shit, Etsy's long. So you fixing to go long here, it breaks 118. So, and even a consolidation on the 5 minutes is important too. So it consolidated for 3 times here. You still want to give it some room. I'd wait till at least 118.90.
I'm gonna play it safe. I'm gonna wait until 119.05.
Okay. All right, let's look at AOL. And you're right on that pivot too. Let me show you the 15 pivot. So I'm looking at the 5 minute, but I didn't see the pivot on the 15. Right here. And the pivots, especially after 11 o'clock, you have to be careful too. Because price can expand on these things before going back down. And expanding the bottom. That's important. Look at all ranges, all time frames. AOL.
AON, N for November.
Looking good. Let's take a look at the higher time frames right quick. Oh yeah, it's a 212. It's a break, a retest of the weekly, push up, breaking monthly consolidation, it's breaking a daily consolidation when it broke this prior wick 267.82. There's a break retest of 4 hours, looking really good. Let me zoom out a little bit. Looks really good. There's a 2 down, 2 up, 30. 2121 is 60. Measured move. Let's see what that is. 268. 268, 271, $3. So 274 is target on this thing. Right now on the 5 minute, it's going flat. So it's doing a consolidation. If it breaks 273, it'll be long. It's probably gonna. Here's what happens after 11 o'clock. I'll show you. Here's what they like to do. It broke out here and pushed up. So it goes flat, then it breaks a little bit, and it went flat again, then it broke a little bit, then it went flat again, and it broke a little bit. It went flat again, and it broke a little bit. It could go flat again and break again. So what happens is it's a 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1. So it broke out the first time here, the second time here, third time, fourth time, the fifth time when it breaks here. So then it broke here and it popped just a little bit right there. It went flat here, popped up a little bit here, went flat there, popped up a little bit here. And now it's going flat again. So it'll probably pop up a little bit here. Now, anytime they start chopping sideways, so it's chopping sideways right this second right here. It can break out either way, so you always be mindful of that. But looks really good on the higher time frames. So,
Awesome.
again,
Thanks, Jerry.
you're welcome. These will break 273.01. Good. Take a look at you. There. You're just kind of doing the same thing. The choppy chop. Etsy's long here, guys. Target pivot high 15. And I tell you what, Etsy's still very bullish. That shit's moving up, guys. Target high of the day and then that gap fill. Here, I'll show you on the 15 here where it went. Etsy is long. Here, price came up, pulled back, all right, made a higher low, based out, strongest support is this level right here. So it went long right there. I'm going to draw it right there. Target's going to be here, the wick and the pivot. It's long right now, target here. It actually went long, went across here. So it's up $1 already. Let's take a look in the higher time frames on it, because that tells the story, the long-term story. So making higher lows on the month, making higher highs on the week, is expanding what it's doing. So let's pull up the week. It's important for you to see that there. You got to look at the story on every time frame. Right? It gives you clues on direction. Right. So price came down, up, down, up, down, up. All right, which is like a megaphone. So came up to here, touched up here, and down here, touched. Now it's working on its way back up, and target's going to be here, here, and the top of the channel. And it could eventually break the channel and then go higher. We ultimately want to see pivot high. Also looking at the weekly, right here on this level is major resistance. Major. You can see all the touches over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 touches. So, you know, it's got to break this area here first before it can get up to here. If it breaks that area, it'll see 251. It's also making higher lows. I love the 4-hour better than the daily. It tells me exactly what's happening in those time frames. I love it. I love the 4-hour. I love it. Price expanded here. Expanded here. All right. There's expansion on the 4-hour. Comes down. Pushes back through this pivot here. All right. We have 1 pullback. All right. 2 pullbacks. She's gone. So it's the same pattern we use all the time, even on the lower time frames. When they break back through pivots, you know, we want to close above it. All right, at least 1 pullback. So there's a close above it. There's your first pullback, gone. Second pullback, gone. And the target, you know, is here. There's a gap filled to here. So quickly move up through there. And right behind that gap, you got this big ass green candle. And if you block these together, that's one great big solid candle. And we like big red and green candles because price can quickly push up through there. So you got that one big candle. All right, made a higher low here. And now it's really clean on the way up. See it? Really clean. Pull back to the upside. And where's it going to go? Expanded the range here. Target's going to be this pivot. Nobody's trying to curl back up here. I'm probably fixing to call it here. There's going to be a lot of good reversals today, so keep an eye on them. Novaks. Etsy, target's going to be, well, 193. Your first target's going to be, there's a body of this candle right here, 192.30. All right, 193.15. Etsy looks really good for reversal back up there. That made a new higher low. Roku's trying to curl here. It might push up for a few hours, but then just die. So, and also keep an eye on Zoom. It starts to curl and push back up. HD, I seriously doubt it breaking all the way through the pivot to 60. But y'all have a good day. I'm gonna go ahead and hop off here, and we'll do it again tomorrow.
Thanks a lot, Jerry. Take care.
You're welcome, guys. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Jerry.
You're very welcome. I hope everybody had a good day.
Take
You
care.
too.
Jerry, have a safe trip home.
I'm gonna try. I gotta go to the dentist. Oh, teeth clean. And the video's long right now. Target top pivot 15.30. Actually, still looking really good here. Need to pull back to the upside. But looking good. Y'all have a good day. I'll talk to you tomorrow.